folks, welcome to Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to another exciting edition of Treasure Talk. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing very, very well. I think what we should do, though, Phil, before we get into the show, which is, by the way, is going to be an outstanding show, because with this guest, it's always an outstanding show. She's one of the most amazing people on the planet, let me tell you. But if y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, we had our show, and we had Captain Fizz and Mark Littleton from Scuba Wise on the show. And one of our loyal viewers, Adele Lempersky Rutherford, who is just a very, very talented artist, we were kind of joking around that we ought to give Adele a commission to paint something in honor of Scuba Wise for Captain Fizz and Mark Littleton. Well, guess what we got in the mail? Now, if you've been on Facebook, you have seen it, but I'm going to show it to you right now. And this, if you can see it, there you go. That is on slate. Adele painted that, and it's got awesome. a rope on it where they can hang it. So that is going to be presented to Mark and the captain at sometime in May, I think. We're working that out, but it was a gift from Adele, and she's just a very, very wonderful person, very, very talented artist, and we thank her so very much. And I can promise you that Captain Fizz and Mark Littleton are going to be absolutely thrilled with that, because that is spot on, isn't it, Phil?
Yes, it is. It's really a nice piece of art, and that's what
it is. Very nice. And we got one too last Christmas.
Yes, I did. Really,
I think
cool
he likes it, Phil.
Yes. So anyway, I guess I better get rambling here then.
Yeah.
Of course, today's show to you is brought to you by your friends of Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And the views, thoughts, opinions expressed by the Treasure Talk guest and member belong solely to the guest and member, and not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Jeff Monin, or Myers Metal Detectors. And of course, that's a lot to say, isn't it? But of course, my house phone is ringing. That's always nice.
Well,
and the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting, and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And hopefully we're going to do that tonight with our guest.
I think we will. I mean, like I said, it doesn't get any more awesome than this guest, you know.
Yes.
It's just one of the, I think probably the most awesome people in the detecting world. I think that's a fairly accurate description, don't you?
Yes, it is. It really is. She represents a really good manufacturer, and we're happy to have her on the show tonight. But before we run into her, many of you folks saw my ad on Facebook, and I just wanted to comment on it because I got some comments from ladies. And I should have said, if your husband is mad, buy a new metal detector. If he may stay mad, but at least you'll have a new detector. And make it and if you saw in the picture, that's a Nokta Legend metal detector there too.
That's right. They need to buy one of those. And just like I was telling you earlier, Phil, in that same vein, our good friend John David, whose daughter is getting married, he's got his Legend, and he's absolutely over the moon.
Yes,
I might add. But I was kidding him. I said, John, are you broke yet? He says, I'm a little light in the wallet, if that's what you mean. I said, yeah. I said, give it enough time, you'll be completely broke. He says, that's okay. He says, at least I got my new detector. That's it. Okay. He's got it. He's got his Legend.
He's happy. He's got his Legend.
Yes, indeedy. So, shall we get into it, my friend?
Yes, let's do it for sure.
Okay, everybody, this is one you've been waiting for. There's been a lot going on with the Nokta Macro legend. It is living up to everything that was said about it. Plus, and I can say for certain that my friend John David, who we patterned the Blue Spade Society after, is loving it. He absolutely loves it. I've talked to the two winners of the legend that we gave away on Treasure Talk, compliments of Nokta Macro. They are over the moon with their legend, as are millions of others, hopefully. So let's go ahead and to answer all your questions tonight, hopefully, is the lady of the world, Dilek Gonway. Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome, Dilek. And I
Thank
guess
you.
uh,
Thank you. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Phil. How you doing, guys?
before we
We're
get
good.
started, tell everybody where you're at and what time it is there, and also the temperature.
I am in Istanbul, Turkey, and it's 2:05 a.m.
We're having some phone difficulties. I'm sorry, Dilek. I had my phone, that Facebook. I just hate that application on my phone because the sound will just pop on. All right. So, what was the temperature there?
Temperature?
Yes.
Oh, good question. I think it's somewhere between 50 to 60 Fahrenheit.
Okay, that's not too bad.
See, we use Celsius here, so.
Oh, all righty. So now you rolled out the new product, the Legend. Have you been busy with that lately?
A lot.
Well, good.
Too busy.
Yes, and you went all at the same time. You're dealing with COVID, bad economy, and all kinds of shipping issues. I'm sure people were.
Well, to be honest with you, COVID, nobody talks about COVID anymore. Everybody talks about, the crazy guy in Russia. So, I mean, and it's weird because the COVID is still going on. People are still dying, but nobody seems to talk about it anymore since Russia hit, Ukraine, attacked Ukraine. So it's sad, but yeah, and the economy is really bad.
It's hit us here pretty good too. But the only thing we can say, and I know Phil and I've talked about it, and a lot of the viewers we've talked about it. Well, we just thank the Lord that we have the hobby of metal detecting, where we can get
Yeah.
kind of get away from it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with the type of equipment, and in this economy, and it's not going to get better anytime soon, I don't think.
I
If
don't
you
think so
look
either.
for a top-notch, top-of-the-line detector, which in my mind, the Nokta Macro Legend is a top-line detector, and you look at that Pro Pack for what they can sell it for, my goodness, there's not a better deal on the planet.
No, there isn't. I mean, I've been saying it, and thank God now we have the users to back me up.
Right.
Yeah, well, they're loving it. You hear it all the time, don't you, Phil?
Yes, we're just getting them into the people's hands, and you're seeing some videos on them now. People using them on the beach, finding small gold. I was watching a guy, and I haven't had a chance to use it on beach myself, but I've just been too busy selling, I guess. And he had found a really small gold earring, so that was kind of exciting. When you can find this small stuff in salt, that's really good. Because if you find small stuff, you'll easily find the big stuff. And that's what I'm excited.
Actually, it's just gonna get better. We're gonna be releasing a beach update this week, I guess.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah, that was one of the questions on the list. What about upgrading an upgrade for the beach? Somebody had asked that question. So tell us about that. What will that do?
It's gonna come this week. Well, see, the thing is, the majority of the users have been very happy, whether on land or on the beach. But then again, we got some complaints about the beach performance, And so, yeah, our engineers worked on it. I mean, I've been saying that the beach update was going to come, but our engineers have worked on it. And I think, yeah, it's actually coming earlier than I expected, to be honest with you. And I sent the update, the test software, to many different people around the world on Friday, and they tested it through the whole weekend. And yeah, and the results are really good. And because among those testers are actually a few people who had not liked the performance of it on the beach, and now they came back and they said it's great now. And yeah, so the engineers are probably doing the final touches on it to wrap it up. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully give it by the end of the week, before the end of the week.
Oh, that'll be killer. But Dilek, every time you roll something out, people so there's always a certain contingent that would complain if you hung them with a new rope. You know, they always got to find something to complain about. So they're in the far and away the minority from what I'm seeing and hearing, and everybody is killing it with the legend.
Right.
Just
Thank
killing.
you, thank you. No, I mean it's true. I would say the majority. I mean, almost like I would say almost everybody is really loving the legend and the finds. I mean, I've been following, of course, all the comments, feedbacks, and pictures, videos, and the finds made by the legend already. And it's been in the hands of people what for only a couple of weeks now, for a few weeks now, and the
Yeah.
finds are just amazing. So of course, I mean, I'm happy, but then again, still we try to make everybody happy. I know it's impossible. There's always going to be somebody who's going to say the machine is not for them, or they don't like it, and we just respect that. But we're really trying our best to make everybody happy. And yeah, so this is the beach update that's coming. We may even have like more updates, whether on the beach or other stuff, later. I mean, we're definitely going to have another update, and give a setting called the iron bias. I'm sure you probably, I don't know, watched my videos, and people you know raving about this setting because of a video that was published on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But now, actually, I just read a post by a gentleman on a forum just today saying, after all, I really think even the iron bias is not necessary on this machine, but since we promised that, we're going to give it anyways. So yeah, there's going to be a few updates that people are going to love.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
why don't you real quick tell the folks how hard it is to update it? Because a lot of folks are getting this for their first detector. So give us a rundown on doing that.
Actually, it's very easy to update the machine. I mean, if you're talking about the actual process, I mean, you just follow the steps. It's just you connect it to the USB port on your computer, whether it's Windows or Mac, and then you just follow the steps through it. So you just download the file, and then you just run that program, and then just select the update program that's also downloaded, and then you just follow the steps 1, 2, 3, and then you're done. Actually, it's very easy, but so I see some people having issues with it, and let me actually clarify it here. It has nothing to do with our software. It has something to do with the computer they're running, and or like their USB ports or the USB drivers. But I recently posted on our Facebook group what to do if they come across an issue too. So as a matter of fact, the majority of the people did it very easily. There were some people who had issues either their computer didn't have the right USB ports, the old USB ports, or the drivers were not installed. But there are so many users, thanks to our users, they're very helpful. Like I see somebody having a problem, and before I even jump in and say anything, other users help them out. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
good thing.
that's the thing, Dilek. You've got these people, they're the ones that are really vocal and complaining and screeching and hollering. When you come right down to investigating it, it's their problem because they got an old, outdated computer. It doesn't work right, or, it's a dinosaur, and they're wondering how come, and there's reasons for it,
Yeah.
But, one of the people that won the legend, Liam, Heino from Canada. He's 8 years old, and he is.
Oh my God! I watched his video
Was
when he
that
was
screeching? Wee!
It was priceless when he
It is.
was opening it up. It was priceless. It was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got both of them, Liam and Jamie Holt, a young lady from the Pacific Northwest out in Oregon. They're coming on our other show, Treasure Tales, in a couple of weeks, and we're going to find out how they feel about the legend. And I already know, but everybody will get to hear how much they love it.
When is that show? I must listen to that show.
That's another show I do on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. It's called Treasure Tales. And what we do is it's all about the people out there. The other treasure hunters, they come on and they tell their stories, their treasure tales. And people get to meet them and, find out how they.
Is it this coming Thursday?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna, let me see when it'll be. I'll notify you.
Okay.
When
Please
they're
do so.
coming on.
Yeah,
It's in, I know I'm booked out on that show till August as well.
And then, Jeff, I have a couple questions here.
Okay,
Do you have the date on it?
I will.
Okay. All right. Just butt in when you have to. All right. This one
April 14th.
is from John David. Of course, I sold him the legend, and he's asking, can we get all the updates at one time? But aren't all these updates, when you get a new update, it has everything, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It includes the previous update as well.
Right. So if he's 2 versions back and he gets the new one, he'll be up to date on everything.
Yes.
All right. And then the other comment was a question, and I didn't quite understand this question. It's from Terry Curie, and he's asking, Dilek, is there any chance that there'll be a prospector's version of the legend? Just add the higher frequencies and it would be perfect. Nothing else needs to be done. It's awesome as it is. But I guess in the gold prospecting mode with the 40 kilohertz, I guess that would be it anyway. So maybe
exactly
it's already done.
Exactly.
Put it in the gold prospecting mode.
Exactly. Well, he may mean even like higher frequencies than the 40 kilohertz. I don't know if that's what he means, but yeah. So we do have the gold prospecting mode, and it seems to be doing pretty well. So we didn't really see the need, but yeah.
Well, I've got mine right here, and I'll say this. This is the only thing I can say bad about the Nokta is I have a hard time seeing the little pads, the little push buttons. And I've watched guys on the internet, and I don't know how they're doing it, but they're putting a little white paint on those.
Oh yeah.
So you could see
Some people have used white Sharpie. Some people use nail polish. It's just
yeah, so it makes it easy for the old eyes to see it.
Listen, to be honest with you, we had to make a decision whether to use these buttons, which felt so comfortable and good, and you can feel the click. That's very important. Versus something that we could put a backlight on. And we said actually the feel, the click is a lot more important. You know why? Within time, as people get to use the machine, you really know, which button to press before, without even looking at it. So give it some time. You won't even like feel the need,
Right.
to
Yeah.
look at the symbol. But then again, I mean, I guess, you know, people want to just like see it right from the beginning and don't want to, kind of like go through the hassle of like memorizing which one is
Right.
which. So they painted it. But to be honest with you, they look cool too.
They do, don't they? That's what I thought. I thought, man, that looks really nice. But I understand what you're saying because it doesn't take too many hours on the detector to memorize what the target ID numbers are or where the button is. That comes very fast, especially even for a new user, a new detectorist.
Yeah.
Probably easier if this is their first detector because they'll be concentrating and they'll memorize that very quick. All right, Jeff, you got the date?
Yeah, April 14th.
All right, that's cool.
Okay.
So we'll
It will
Okay.
be
be doing
on
Treasure Tales April
email.
14th. All righty. And then I guess I can scratch the question on this one from Robert Howe. He was asking, is there going to be a saltwater use update? And you've already answered that by the end of the week.
Yes.
Let's talk about new products coming out. You have anything coming out new?
Let me rephrase that. Like, yes, we have products that we're working on.
Okay.
Coming out, I don't know when, but we're working on a pinpointer that's going to work with the Legend. That's going to pair with the Legend and the headphones.
That was on my list.
Okay. I am done with giving dates. After what I've been through with the Legend, I don't give dates anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we're working on a pinpointer. We're also working on optional coils for the Legend. Right now, we have, you know, the regular 11-inch, standard 11-inch, the 6-inch small coil, and we also have a 13-inch large coil, which we didn't start shipping yet, but I guess we'll start either this week or next week. I have to double check on that. But we're working on 3 other optional coils for the Legend. Those are going to come out. Not I don't know if they're all going to come out. We're working on 3 optional coils, but we may release only 1 or 2 or all of them. I don't know at this point. So yeah, those are the products in line.
Okay, well, that was the question. Was the first one on my list is that people are asking me about the Bluetooth pinpointer that pairs to the detector, so they hear
Yeah.
that through the headphones. And I just got another comment off Facebook from Len Epstein, and he's a user, and he says white nail polish works great.
I know. I've seen it. But you know what? Actually,
He puts it on his
actually,
fingers and toes.
actually, as the manufacturer, we should be saying, do not, modify your detector. That's like a rule. But then again, it looks too cool. I just don't say anything.
Yeah, I thought all the pictures I've seen, I said, man, that does look neat. But yeah, you're going to memorize those buttons. It'll happen so quick that folks don't need to do that. But if you want to, I guess it's your detector. So anyway, the Bluetooth pinpointers is in the works, and the 13-inch coil you think will be the first one to hit the U.S. The first
6 and 13 together, probably.
Okay. Yeah, because we have the 6 in the Pro Pack. We just make them buy a Pro Pack now if they want to get the 6. They got
There
to
you go.
Yeah, you got
So maybe,
It's like
maybe we
deal.
should, Phil, maybe we should hold off on the 6-inch coil shipment.
Yeah, keep the 13 first. We'll make them
Just,
buy a
just let,
Pro Pack and
yeah,
equip them
exactly.
with the 6-inch.
No, I'm just kidding. Probably we're gonna ship them together, the 6-inch and the 13-inch, to my knowledge.
Yeah, my wife is reminding me I'm talking to my customers, but they need the 6-inch coil, so they might as well buy the Pro Pack. And I
Yeah,
like that.
to be honest with you, it's a great deal. You
Yes,
get the
it is.
6-inch plus you get the external battery, which is waterproof as well. So
Yeah, it's that extra battery pack that is really nice, and it's waterproof.
yeah.
And and we also have the Nokta Makro headphones in stock, so we'll make them buy the Pro Pack, the Nokta Makro headphones, and a big scoop because they're going to need a big scoop to dig as deep as the detector goes.
Exactly. You got that right.
Really.
Go ahead, Jeff.
From Facebook. I don't know who it is. It just says Facebook user. It says, this is a superb detector with great depth that continues to impress me every time I take it out. And I think that's a universal comment that we have been hearing from everybody that is swinging the legend or has tried somebody's legend. They're all very, very impressed with it. So,
well,
Thank
I
you.
can tell you who said that comment, Jeff.
who was it?
It was Clive Clinic, a friend of the show.
Ivy?
Yes, it was. I guess I see it on the Facebook feed, but maybe what do they have to do for you to see their name?
Well, they just where it says I'm going live with StreamYard, they just have to click on that and then give their StreamYard the permission to use their name. Then I can see who it is.
So Clive is a writer of metal detector books, on use of detector.
I know Clive. I know Clive very well.
Okay, good. So I'm sure he's going to write a legend book. Clive, you got to write the legend book. And I'm sorry, Josh, did you have a question? Which one is it? You got to show me. I don't see it. Sometimes those phones are so small you can't read anything. Okay. Let's see here. It disappeared.
Oh my God.
And Dilek, one of the winners of the legend, Jamie Holt, says the headphones are divine.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I hear that from many people, actually. I love them too. I love them too. They're very comfortable. They look sharp. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's I haven't heard a bad thing about it.
What's that?
I have not heard a bad thing about the legend at all.
No,
Really?
It's an awesome detector. Len Epstein says,
I have.
Len is asking,
I have. There's a few people out there who's been saying bad things about it before they even like touched it or saw it. So
we block people out.
Yeah. All right, so I have a comment from Len. He's asking, is Nokta working on a pulse induction metal detector?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are. And I doubt that it's gonna be this year, though. Probably next year. That's what I'm like. Just my guess. I doubt that it would come out this year. Probably next year. But yes, we are working on a pulse induction machine, and from that pulse induction machine, we may have like different versions of it for the beach and gold prospecting. That's my assumption. Don't take my word for this, but yeah, we are working on it.
Well, it probably wouldn't be a good idea for your sanity, Dilek, if they came out with another new machine this year.
What's that?
It probably wouldn't be good for your sanity if they came out with a new machine yet this year.
Exactly.
Yeah, with all the issues that are going on in the world today, I think one legend will just sell a lot of legends right now, and then a year or two, then come out with the next unit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me keep going on my list. Let's see here. You've got any questions, Jeff?
No, I just getting a lot of compliments. People say it's an insanely good detector.
Oh, thank you.
Another detector that shall remain nameless, and they say it's just insane. The tones. Well, Teresa, the treasure hunter, she went from one of the X detectors having trouble hearing the tones. She's a little hearing problem, but she got a legend, and she says the tones are rocking it out. She can hear them great.
Well, thank you.
I have a question. Does
Sure.
Nokta Macro, are you having plans on making either a longer middle rod or lower shaft, a lower rod? So I have tall
But
people that, go
but
ahead.
we do have a longer middle rod. It's the same one that we sell for the simplex.
Oh, it's the exact same rod. Okay.
Yes, exactly, because the simplex and the legend, they're in the same housing.
Right.
There's only like little difference between them in the system box, but the shafts are exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Awesome.
So the lower shaft, the carbon fiber shaft for the legend is optional on the simplex, but the middle shafts are the same, and the longer middle shaft is the same for both machines.
Oh, that's perfect because I had a gentleman in the shop and I'm 6'3", so he must have been 7 foot tall. And
Oh
it
my
just,
God.
yeah, he needed a few more inches there. And I
Oh yeah,
said,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
because he will extend the even if he extends it to the fullest, it's not going to be enough for that kind of height.
right. So if we had the extended middle shaft, that would have worked beautifully for him
Yeah, yeah,
because he just needed a few more inches, and that would have done
yeah.
that. So,
I think it's 4 inches more, if I
yes.
recall this right. The middle one. I mean the extended one, the long one.
All right. So I know I can get that. That's perfect. All righty. And then Jocelyn just handed me another one. Oh, how much? Oh, this is from Len. He's asking, how can I tell how much power is left in the headphones? I guess on the wireless headphones.
Good question. Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to remember whether it says anything in the manual. I doubt it. Good question. I don't know. I need to check.
Yeah,
I
well,
need to check with my team.
yeah, and you could post it on the Treasure
Okay,
Talk page or whatnot,
Sure.
and I'm sure Len
I will. I will. I will.
that would answer that one. And then let's see here. This is from Clyde Emberley, and he says, I'm using the Amphibio now, but I
Okay.
have the Legend Pro Pack on the way. I find the 7-inch concentric great for bottle caps. Will there be a concentric coil on the Legend? I guess he's asking for a smaller coil or larger than the 6, but concentric.
Yeah, and concentric. To be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna work on a concentric coil for this device. I mean, and to be honest with you, I don't even know if a concentric coil would work on a simultaneous multi-frequency machine or not. Um, I doubt that we will have one or work on one, but I'll check because this question actually came from a few people now for a concentric coil. So I'll talk to the team about it. At this point, there is none. But then again, on the Legend, actually, to tell the bottle caps apart is a lot easier. One, especially if they are like not too deep and if they're shallower, the ferro check does a great job. And the tones also help a lot on the Legend. So, I mean, in my opinion, they are already a lot easier to tell on the Legend compared to our other machines. So, I mean, if that's the only reason why he wants a concentric, he said he ordered one, right? The
Yeah, it's a
Legend.
Pro Pack.
So,
So
okay, I mean, I'm curious myself to find out what if he will agree with me or not. But I believe he'll find it easier to, differentiate the bottle caps on the Legend.
yeah, I
Right.
think with the iron check or Ferris check, you call it, I think he'll
Yeah,
probably figure that out. And if he's got the 6-inch coil, try that.
yeah.
And that
Yeah.
he probably wouldn't need the concentric coil then with that Pro Pack.
Yeah. Well,
And
we got a question from YouTube from Mark Fiorella. He wants to know how much deeper does a 13-inch coil go than the stock coil?
That really depends a lot on, the target size, the conditions, whatever, I mean, but I
Mhm.
would say, and I can only give an average, probably, I mean, with all our larger coils in the past, we were averaging anywhere between 10 to 20% more depth. And I don't know for like specifically for the legend, how much deeper it's gonna go, but I would assume that it should give the same kind of like depth advantage, anywhere between 10 to 25%, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Another
think.
question.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Another question from Lisa P. Off YouTube, and she is a Simplex user. She wants to know, will the extra battery for the Legend work on the Simplex?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay.
And that extra battery, what is the battery life on that? How many hours for them to hunt with it?
It's going to be very similar to the Legend itself, because the battery capacities are almost the same.
Okay.
So anywhere between, I would say, 8 to 20 hours. But then again, of course, many people are using this machine now. Somebody may say you can never get like 20 hours on this machine. Of course, as a manufacturer, when we like test, okay, we tested in different conditions than what the users are doing. Like, for example, for us, the 20 probably hours, you can only achieve that in the highest kilohertz with everything off. So there are so many different
Really?
conditions to achieve
Yeah.
the maximum and the minimum. So when I say 8 to 20, some people may think 20, you can never get 20 on this machine. Actually, you can, but it's going to be very different than what the majority is doing, because I would say the majority is using the multi-frequency, of course, on the multi-frequency machine. And then they have their Bluetooth on, then they have, they're running other things. So those are not, of course, the most ideal to get the maximum, battery life out. So the external battery is going to be the same, anywhere between, average 8 to 20. So let's say 12 average.
Yeah. So if they had the running multi-frequency with the wireless headphones and running the light on it, that's probably going to drain the battery quicker.
Yes. So
Yes.
you're not gonna get like more, like too many more hours than 8, especially if you're running, let's say, 4 kilohertz, the lower frequency, single lower frequencies, that drains the battery the most.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the beach hunters, if they were hunting at nighttime, if they want to hunt all night, just buy the Pro Pack so you have that extra battery. So if you forget to charge your detector, you've got the extra battery in the car.
Yeah.
Well,
But
for me,
But then again, I must mention this. They can also charge and power the detector with a power bank. That's
right,
that's an option too.
yeah,
The only thing is, when you have a power bank, you cannot take it underwater. Do not, put the machine underwater if you're charging or powering it with a power bank. That's why I think the external battery is very handy, because it's waterproof and you can take it underwater, and also, it has its slot where it slides into. And but if you're charging or powering it with a power bank, then you kind of have to, I don't know how to, what you would do, you would have to hold the power bank, or I don't know how you would, attach it to the machine. You cannot probably.
right. Well,
yeah,
I know that extra battery, that slot on there, balances the detector even more. So
Yeah.
it's not like it makes it heavy or anything. Put that
No.
battery on. It's
Yeah, it's behind the armrest, so yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
it's engineered correctly, so it feels comfortable on that. It's balanced.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, like you said, Dilek, why would anybody not want to buy the Pro Pack? I mean, you look at the cost, the price. What is it, Phil, for the Pro Pack?
The Pro Pack is 765, if I remember that right, and the standard is 635.
I mean, come on, people. To get a top of the line detector with an extra coil and the extra waterproof battery for 765, you tell me where you're going to find another product like that. You're not going to.
Nowhere.
So, and it's
That's
gonna,
why.
and
That's
those
why
batteries
they
are going to
say
last a lot longer than they are, let me tell you.
Yeah, I
do
think
not.
it says right on the box, don't accept paying more for less. That's the
Yes.
slogan. It's right
Yes, that's
there on
the
the
slogan.
box behind me. So
True.
yes,
And Nick Haas says you also get a legend hat. I tell you, yeah, that's another one. That's another thing that my friend John David loved. He was sporting. He was a sport model with his legend hat on.
yes, yeah. It's
we
a
have
nice.
our we have our legend T-shirts and sweatshirts
Oh,
coming up. Yeah, we're gonna be receiving them in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna start shipping them. They're cool.
Yeah, they are. I saw pictures of them.
Yeah,
nice. Well, we'll probably have the T-shirts here, but the sweatshirts probably not for another what 6, 7 months,
yeah,
and maybe
probably.
8 months. We'll need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting done our winter here, so it's actually quite warm
It's
tonight.
80, 85.
Yeah, it was only 85 today.
Oh,
Already 85?
Yeah,
Wow.
yes. It was cool last night, though. A little cool, anyway. I think it was in the 60s or 70s.
yeah.
But yeah, it's almost time for beach season to quit digging in the dirt and go strictly to beach work. All righty. This question here is from Tim Lactatus, and he's now this is, I guess, something with firmware, maybe down the road. He says the pinpoint sound is loud and wide. Needs to be more consolidated if updatable. Do you hear what he's saying? I guess he thinks the pinpoint mode should be more concentrated.
Okay. Okay. I mean, listen, this is what we're gonna do so that the users know. In a couple of weeks, probably we're gonna give this after we give the beach update, and probably after we give the next update with the iron bias setting. Um, we're going to be putting up a questionnaire, okay, on probably on our, like Facebook page and on our website, maybe at the same time, I don't know yet, asking the real users of the legend, whether they're satisfied, is there any other feature that they would like to see in the legend, what they like, what they don't like. And so please, all the users, feel free to comment there. And then if, there are certain things that the majority of the users are, like I would say, agree on, that they would like to see a change or update, we'll definitely consider it.
Okay, nice. So
Okay.
that'll be on your. Go ahead, Jeff.
Along those lines, we got a question from YouTube from
Oh,
Pacific.
by the way, I'm sorry. Before you go to that, I want to ask that gentleman, did he update to the 1.05?
Okay, so he needs to make
Okay.
sure he's got it updated too. All right.
Yeah, I mean, because we already made a change in the pinpoint in the 1.05 update. So I'm curious whether he's saying this after he updated it or he didn't update yet. I'm just curious. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, Pacific Northwest Dirt Fishing wants to know on the external battery, the one that comes in the Pro Pack. Let's say they didn't buy the Pro Pack. Can they buy that battery separately, and about how much
Sure,
would it be?
sure. They can order it separately.
You know about how
Which
much?
which 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 we did not start shipping yet. guys. Like we didn't start shipping any of the accessories. I think we're starting either this week or next week, you
Okay.
know, on the accessories, because first we wanted to get done with all the orders. And obviously the Pro Pack has the battery and the optional coil. So for us, like shipping a small coil, we'd rather ship a Pro Pack and fulfill the orders first. That's why we were holding off on the accessories. But I think we're starting either this week or next week.
Okay, that's good. And we'll keep them updated on that.
Yeah, because right now they can get the small coil and the extra battery to buy the Pro Pack, but in a few weeks they'll probably start hitting the U.S.
Yeah.
And they can purchase them if they want them to. So Jeff, I guess it's getting close to giveaway time, huh?
Yeah, it is. I gotta run
Already?
banner.
All right,
Yeah.
well, time flies.
You get to go to bed soon.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have a really nice prize today, right? Right, Jeff?
Oh yeah. Anytime we get anything with Nokta Makro, when we do anything with Nokta Makro, the prizes that they give away are just off the charts. Just like Dilek is off the charts and the company's off the charts.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
So what we've got tonight, and this is really a good prize, is the Pulse Dive, Nokta Makro Pulse Dive. And that is killer product, because you can use that as a pinpointer or you can use it as an underwater detector. So
Correct.
it is pulse. So there you go. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So what we had to do is we put the post on YouTube and we put the post on Facebook, and everybody had to use the phrase Nokta Makro has it all. So what I've done is I have compiled all the names, and there were 300 and some for the drawing. I put them into my random name picker, and I have the winner and a few alternates, because they have to be tuned in to win. And what they have to do after they hear their name called, they have 3 minutes to text or Facebook Messenger to me or Phil. Our numbers are scrolling along the bottom of the screen with your name and that you are here. Then what you must do in order to get your prize is you send an email to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com with your name, address, and phone number.
Yep.
I can forward that to Dilek, and she can get your prize out to you. So it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're fixing to draw, and at 7:52, we're going to draw another name. If you have not texted or messengered Phil or myself with your name that you're here. So Michael J. Boyles, you are the winner. You've got 3 minutes, my friend.
So Mike has 3 minutes. And I do want to say this to the folks. If you aren't the winner of the Pulse Dive, we do have that in stock in the shop in both the yellow or the blue with the 4-inch coil and the pinpoint kit, or yellow or black. I'm sorry. Going to change the color.
Yeah, I was like blue.
Black. I'm sorry, black. I'm looking at a blue screen here. So we also have it in the, I think that's the larger coil is an 8-inch, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have that. So if you want, oh, and I got a message that quick. What? Michael is fast, man.
Yeah, he knows what's going on.
He does. So he's the winner. So he knows what.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Can you ask
knows
him
what
if
to
he
do.
can you ask him if he had a pulse dive already, or this is gonna be his first?
Mike, text me back if you can. Is this going to be your first Pulse Dive?
And which size do you want?
Is it just, which one is it? Is it the kit or is it just what is it, Dilek?
Well, you know what? You can ask him whatever he prefers.
Whatever he wants. There's the one with the 8-inch coil, or there's the kit that's got the small coil
With the pinpointer coil. So the one with the 8-inch is a standalone pulse dive,
right.
Diving scuba detector. The
Yes.
other one with the smaller coil also has the pinpoint coil. So whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. That's awesome. Yeah, Mike's a good guy. And
Make sure he puts it in his email though.
yes, you got to
Name,
put it in
address,
the
phone
email,
number,
Mike, what
what
you
he wants.
want, and I know he's going to love it. It's a cool product. So if you folks you weren't Mike, he says he wants the kit, please.
Okay.
So
Hey, tell him to put it in the email.
put an email, Mike, and we'll get it shipped out to you. But yes, since you weren't if you weren't Michael, you could come in the shop and pick one of those up.
I
They're-
like that. If
they're-
you weren't Michael.
We have them available, and we have the 6 inch or the 8 inch, and we have them black, yellow, and we have the kit in black and yellow, so they can pick
Yeah.
that. 'Cause we always stock those. People love those, especially this time of year. Water's starting to get warm. They can get out there and snorkel or scuba, and they can use that, or they can use it as a pinpointer if you get the kit. So that is a really awesome product, I have to
And
say.
the key
Thank
phrase
you.
is in stock at Myers Metal Detectors.
Yes.
And we'll probably see some of those Thursday night, won't we, Phil?
Yes, yes. I'll make sure that goes on the screen Thursday night. We're going to be on Treasure Tales on Thursday night. So you folks who are on the screen here tonight with us on the stream, we're going to be, Joe and myself will be at the shop, and hopefully we'll figure out how to do the camera and show all the cool products we have in stock. And we'll,
And this is going to be in depth too.
yes, in depth, and we'll show them the Nokta Makro Legend for sure. And we still have the Simplex too. If somebody wanted one of those, we have that.
Will you remind them I'm taking messages?
And also Jocelyn is taking messages, and hopefully she'll do that Thursday night too. Questions rather. So if you have a Facebook question on Facebook Treasure Talk, Jocelyn's over there. So just ask away. So let me keep going down my list unless you have something, Jeff.
I do not have anything coming through. I think everything has been asked. Everybody, like I said, everybody that's in here that has purchased their Legend, they all say is probably the best purchase they've ever made. And even if they've only been out once or twice with it, they're just enthralled beyond belief. About the balance of it. And the thing that I hear an awful lot of is how well it's made. They're not worried about coil ears snapping, or they're not worried about it flooding.
Oh, thank you.
It's so very well made. And
it's really built like a tank. It is.
That's exactly what they're saying. Because I put my hands on John David's this was hilarious, Dilek. We went out on a hunt, and I just did a little bit of filming. It was the first time he had the Legend out. So he finds a target. He won't even lay it on the ground. He's holding it up like this, when he's down there digging. He won't even put it on the ground.
He doesn't want it to get dirty, Jeff. Come on now. It's a new detector. Can't get any dirt on it. Hey, I did want to do a shout out to Brian King. He says Myers has it all. We do try to have it all. And then also, I wanted to do a shout out to Chris Shabbat. He had just bought a Pulse Dive Blue Nemo. And Chris, you need to get one of the Blue Nemo. He needs to get a Pulse Dive for his Blue Nemo. There we go. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah. So Chris, thank you for the sale. And you need that Blue Nemo too, so you can get out there and find some treasure. You need the Pulse Dive so you can find the treasure with the Blue Nemo. Boy, I'm messing it up tonight. Must be getting late.
It is.
Well, it's not that late. I think you just ate dinner so early that all the calories and the carbohydrates went to your head or something.
Went right to my head. Yes, I normally eat dinner around 8 or 9 o'clock, and today I went to dinner early, so that would do it.
Dirty Paws Detecting, which I think is Mike Mayo, he said he has the Pulse Dive and he loves it.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
and I have the Pulse Dive and I love it.
I've had people tell me they take that Pulse Dive places they're not supposed to go with it, but I'm not going to comment on that. And they seem to do pretty good. So
no, we don't do anything we're not supposed to do.
Yeah. So I do have another question here. This one is from Shannon Bortner. Is there anything new about the headphones that come with the Legend versus the headphones with the Simplex?
Basically, there are two different headphones, okay? And the one that comes with the Simplex are not Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest difference. They're both wireless, but the Simplex ones are not Bluetooth. The Legend ones are Bluetooth, and they are also low latency Bluetooth, aptX low latency. So you don't get any, lags. So they're basically two different headphones, and they're not gonna, like the Legend headphones are not gonna work on the Simplex, and the Simplex headphones are not gonna work on the Legend, unfortunately.
Right. But the Legend, since it is Bluetooth, if someone has another set of headphones, they can use that too on the Legend?
Yes, Legend will pair to any Bluetooth device. And when I say this, actually, I'm glad, you reminded me to mention, if you're not, using your Bluetooth headphones, please keep your Bluetooth connection off on the Legend, because it will just pair to any Bluetooth device. And I've seen some like funny things happening regarding this. This customer had his machine on, probably in the house, and he wasn't really he wasn't using the Bluetooth headphones. I don't know why he had it on. They just sent me a video, and all of a sudden, he starts hearing the machine through a Bluetooth. Probably it was like a Bluetooth speaker. Okay. In the house, and people are saying that they connected to their sound system at home. So
Yeah.
if you're not using your Bluetooth headphones, just keep the Bluetooth connection off. So yeah, it will connect to any Bluetooth device, but then again, if your pair of Bluetooth headphones are not low latency, then you may experience lags. That's why we include the Bluetooth headphones with the device, so people don't experience any delays.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
the lag would be a bad thing for detecting, because
Exactly.
you would hit the target, and then if you got a 1 second lag or whatnot, you're 3 feet away, or you're at the end of your swing. So that would be a bad thing for a detector. It would be irritating to have that.
Yeah, and on the Legend, actually, you can, if you don't know if your pair of Bluetooth headphones are low latency or not, when it makes the connection, next to the Bluetooth connection icon at the top of the screen, if it's low latency connection, it says LL. So that's the way to know whether the connection is low latency or not.
Okay. All right, cool. So if it says LL, you need to get a different set of headphones. Go back and
No, if it says LL, it's good.
oh, it's a good. Okay.
Low
All right.
latency.
Low latency.
Okay. So yeah, use the Nokta Makro headphones. and
Exactly. Just
you
use
won't
the
worry
Nokta
about
Makro ones.
absolutely. I've had people ask me, can we pair two headphones to it? Is that possible?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll check.
I'll have to try that and see if it works.
I
If
You
two,
may.
yeah, because
I'll
sometimes
check. I don't
people-
know the answer. But I just read something the other day, which I didn't know myself. People are saying that they're listening to music at the same time and detecting and hearing the signals and listening to music at the same time through the headphones.
Yeah, I mean, here's one. Teresa, the treasure hunter. She's got the Legend, and she said she left her Legend headphones in her car while she was detecting, and Bluetooth was still on. People at the baseball fields told me that they could hear my detector.
because they were
So
in the
they were
car.
going detecting, and they didn't even know it.
No, that's funny. Well, I think we've gone through another hour. So Dilek, I wanted to thank you for coming on. I know it's late where you're at. And thank you for the rollout of the Legend. I know you had a few bumps, but on our end it was none. But because we're happy with the product. And
Thank you.
I know it was a little longer than you would have liked, but hey, things
Yep.
happen. We're in this, it's a strange world today. So we
Yeah, I know.
understand that.
It's okay. As long as, I mean, at the end of the day, what matters is what people think about the legend, the real users. That's
the
all that
users,
matters to Nokta
right.
Macro. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're very happy.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on your show once again. It was a pleasure. And I actually started traveling, guys. So
Oh, really?
I'll definitely, hopefully come to the next event in Florida.
Okay. Nice.
That'd be great. Now,
Nice.
if you want to come on the 14th for a little while and talk to the two winners, Jamie and Liam, just let me
What
know.
is it at the same time, the show?
It's on a little later. It comes on at 8 o'clock. So
8
that's gonna
o'clock.
be
Okay.
later for you.
Okay.
Be later for
I'll
you.
try.
Just let me know, and I'll send you a link. So you can come on and you can talk directly to those two young people that won.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
And when you come back to the States, if you're ever in the Florida area, you just got to come in and see us at the shop for sure. We'll do something there at the shop for sure.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
happy there. So I
Okay.
want to thank you for coming on. Thank you, Jocelyn.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, all the
you, Jeff.
listeners. Nokta Macro loves you. I love you. Take care.
Absolutely. We love you too.
Bye.
Are we still on, Jeff?
Yeah, you're still on.
Or are you booting me?
Alex is tired. She had to go to sleep. So we're ready to kill it now. Thursday night on Treasure Tales, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Treasure Central. And we're
Treasure
going to be doing
Central.
an in-depth at Myers Metal Detector. So you're going to get to see stuff that Phil has in stock that you may not even think you need,
But you
you're
need
going to see that you do need. And you're
Yes.
going to see exactly, people give me some grief about, I always say in stock. You're going to see
it's in
that
stock.
he does have it in stock.
Yes, we do. And we're going to have Big Poppy there too. So we'll
Yep.
we'll try to run him ragged.
And it's going to be very, very in-depth. There'll be some specials,
Yes.
but you have to be tuned in to get the proper codes. And it's just going to be a good hour or a little more, depending on how it goes. So this is on Treasure Tales. And my co-host that night's going to be the Digging Canuck. So
Nice.
we're going to have lots of questions, and it's going to be very, very informative. And then next week on Treasure Talk, it's going to be another really, really interesting show. And soon to be in stock at Myers Metal Detectors is Kratos Magnetics. So Ben from Kratos is going to be here to tell us all about magnets, magnet fishing, his fantastic products, and we will be giving away a Kratos Classic 1,200-pound magnet fishing kit. So that's going to be a really nice giveaway, and Phil will soon have that in stock,
Absolutely.
plus a few other things from Kratos.
All right.
Make sure you turn in and join us. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
And I guess we're about ready to get on out of here, aren't we?
Yes.
All righty, everybody. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Happy hunting. Dig deeper, friends. We'll see you.
Good night, everybody.
See you, Jeff.